Welcome back, crafty friends. It is Alicia of the Call Me Crafty Al YouTube channel, and today I am back with a video that I promised you yesterday in my Dollar Tree haul video. I will link yesterday's video below and I'll pop it up in the right corner now. But what I did, I shared with you yesterday these stamp sets that I found at the Dollar Tree for, of course, $1. They are by Hampton Art. They're about 4-inch by 8-inch stamp sets. And I actually had a viewer tell me yesterday that these used to be sold by Michaels, but they were discontinued. So I am really looking forward to some good quality on these stamps, because one of the things I mentioned yesterday was I'm not sure what the quality was going to be like when I only paid $1 for probably what is, you know, an $8 to $10 stamp set. I'm going to choose one of the sets to go ahead and open up today and get it inked up and see how they do stamp. And when I open it up, I'll kind of talk about what I think about the quality of the stamps, and then you can see how it performs. Now, at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you how you can win an entire set of these for yourself. And if you don't win that, I do have some runner-up prizes. So I hope you'll stick around for the whole thing. Let's go ahead and get started. I decided to go ahead and try the one with the rainbows. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up the big one, and I will ink up some of the accessory stamps. Now this large stamp, let's go ahead and measure it. These are good size stamps. This one is like 3 3/4 by 4 1/2, so that is a decent size stamp. A lot of them have two just slightly smaller stamps, more like that, but I wanted to try this since it is the largest. Now, I do notice, unlike most stamp sets where the stamp would stick to the printed sheet, they are sticking to the one below it, which means the stamp is sticking there. Now, I am a little concerned, you know, once I have the stamp side inked up, if it will go back on the holding sheet okay, because this, it really comes off this easily. It's almost like this is a static cling. Now, if you want to see close-ups of all the stamp sets, make sure to check out that video that I mentioned at the beginning. The stamp is pretty flexible, but the part that sticks up is solid. So I think these are going to stamp okay. You know, some of those dollar stamps that I used to buy when Michaels had them and they were actually $1, you could really just squish those and they would flatten out to nothing. But this is definitely good, solid material. Oops, I was going to use this block to do the stamping. I thought I pulled out one that was large enough, but apparently this is even larger. So I'm gonna go real quick and see if I have a bigger block. And it looks like I'm saved by the Close to My Heart stamp block case. I've had this for about 8 years and I keep it in my closet so I don't get it out and use it very much, but I do like all of the different sizes it has. First, I'm going to try it using a stamp block, but because it is such a large stamp, I know sometimes it is hard to get a good impression in the center. So I will do the stamp block, and then I'm actually going to pull out my Hampton Art Stamp Perfect, which Michael sold for, I don't know, about 3 weeks, and then it just disappeared. So I'm going to pull that out and try that as well. I'll be using VersaFine ink today and just standard white cardstock. I am going to go ahead and pull out my Sizzix. I think it's called a Stampin' Buddy, and sometimes the cushion on it just helps get a better impression when you are stamping. Now keep in mind, this is the first time I'm inking this stamp up, and as we know, the first time you use a stamp, sometimes you don't get the best impression. So that is why I got a few sheets of cardstock just so I can stamp it more than once each way. It looks to take the ink really well, so we see how it stamps. If you have any good tips or techniques for stamping larger stamps, why don't you leave those in the comments below? Most of my stamps are not this large. Wow, that actually did a pretty darn good job. I do notice right around here something might be missing, so we'll see with the second inking how that does. While I'm thinking about it, does anybody else out there like huff on their stamps after they've inked it? When I first started stamping and my sister taught me, we would always like put the ink on and then hold it up to our mouth and breathe on it, you know, to get some moisture. And sometimes just second nature, I still do that. So let me know if you do too. And I'm gonna try to pay special attention to that area that I think kind of lost in the other one. So this time all the rainbow lines showed up, and so did the tree right there where it was missing before. Guys, these are very nice. Wow. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is go to my Hampton Art Stamp Perfect. And when I first got this, I did like a little unboxing and review, and I've never used a stamp positioner before, so I really didn't know what to do. And I wasn't too impressed with it, but people on that video said I just need to keep trying it, give it another chance, so that is what I'm gonna do. And now that my magnets stuck together like that, I know why people put that washi tape on them to be able to pull them apart easily. Goodness. Now, there was something with this black thing. Alright, I had to look at the box quickly because I wasn't sure if I was supposed to take this away. If you have one of these or something like it, can you let me know if there's a point where I do take this away? That would be great, and that might help me want to use it more. So, I'm going to pull my stamp off here. I need to clean this first, don't I? I will go clean this and be right back. Alright, back and all cleaned up. It looks like I did not get this stamp totally clean because I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there was some ink still left on here. Can you tell me, if you have a stamp positioner, what you do to make sure when you put it down on that new piece of cardstock to align it on the top, what do you do so it doesn't get ink? Like, what do you clean it with? Looks really nice, but you can see here I forgot that very corner. So I know that one of the great things about a stamp positioner is you just re-stamp it. These are seriously just gorgeous. I'm really amazed by the quality, how nice that stamping looks. Everything is just so clean and crisp. I would definitely recommend going out and seeing if your Dollar Tree has these, but if they don't forget that I'm going to be giving a set away, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Since I have my ink out and the stamp set open, I'm going to go ahead and use some of the smaller stamps just to see how they work, because like I mentioned in the original haul video, each set has some sentiments and some little accessory stamps. So let's try one of those. A little sunflower and wish you were here. And again, this will be the first time using these stamps, so it might not be the best impression the first time, but we can always just go back in and re-ink it. Now this could totally be user error, but I think the wish is a little bit darker than the rest of the sentiment. But again, that could just be me just pressing too hard there or something. But we'll ink it up and we'll just turn the paper around and we'll try it again. I won't push as hard this time. I had some of the little sun rays not show up the best. I'm going to see if I can fix that. So you'll have to let me know what you think about what you're seeing on the camera. If you think these look like they are good quality, or if you've had any experience with these. I do know that the viewer who told me they used to sell these at Michael's said they were good quality. So I'm sure there are other viewers out there who might already have them. So here's another look at my tests. Oh, that one I actually just touched with my finger. So we have the very first one. The first one with the stamp block, the first two were with the stamp block, and then this third one was with the stamp perfect, and I was able to go in and make sure everything was nice and solid on that. I do need to get out and get some dye ink because I notice I have ink all over my fingers and I've smeared it on the cards. I'm out of Memento, so I couldn't use that today. And then here are the sentiments. Very nice, very impressed with the quality. Love that they were only $1. Here is the part you have all been waiting for. Here's what you need to do to win a set of these for your very own. First, let's find out what you can win. There will be a total of 9 prizes given out. One lucky winner will receive all 8 sets of stamps, and then I will have 8 runners-up who will each receive one of their favorite sets from the collection. To be eligible to win this prize, you must be a public subscriber who is at least 18 years old and lives in the United States. I do have a couple exceptions to this. First of all, I know that some of my subscribers who I see on here frequently do not subscribe to anyone publicly. So if you are a subscriber of mine who has been around for a while, commenting on my videos, you may enter to win. If you're a new subscriber, I do need you to be a public subscriber. If I've never heard from you before, there's no other way for me to verify that you're a subscriber. The other exception would be about living in the United States. I have had Canadian subscribers tell me that they have a US address I could ship their prize to. In that case, you may go ahead and enter to win. The reason that I am keeping the shipping in the United States is just because of cost. I am paying for all of these stamps and all of this shipping on my own. This is not a sponsored giveaway. Here is how you can enter to win. You must do all of the following. First, you must like this video. Second, you must click the bell to get notifications from my channel. Third, you need to go to the original stamp haul video, which I will link in the description box below. You must watch it and like it. Fourth, leave a comment on this video with your 2 favorite sets from the collection. I do need you to reference the item number that I give on the haul video. So if you like the rainbow stamp that I used earlier in the video, you would say SC0724 was one of your favorites. Now, this will get you 1 entry into the drawing. I want you to stay tuned because I will have ways that you can get extra entries. And now for the important dates. You must complete all 4 of the steps in the previous slide before midnight on Saturday, January 27th. I will use random.org to do the drawing, and the drawing video or the winner video will be posted on or around February 1st. The winners will then have 1 week to contact me and claim their prize. Here is how you can earn extra entries into the drawing. First of all, these are extra entries. You must enter and meet all qualifications for the main entry before you can earn any of these. You can make a video and share it with your viewers telling them about my giveaway. The video must be posted by January 24th, and the description must include a link to this video. The 24th is just so your viewers have time to come here and enter my giveaway. Make sure that when you post your video, you come back here and leave an additional comment with a link to your video. For each person who enters my giveaway, meets all qualifications, and says they were referred by your channel, you will receive 1 extra entry as well. Now that you know all of the rules, I hope to see lots of you entering, and good luck to everyone. I hope you're having a crafty day. Bye-bye.